2-3 on the season.
As if our eyes deceive.
Everything seems hard for the Chiefs.
But we should have believed in the Chiefs.
I know y'all feel that energy. Fly around, do your job, we'll come out with the win.
Now they have a chance for the #1 seed. But the Broncos defense stands ready to ruin their rival's plans.
You are respecting this league, you take it. And it is intercepted. That's when we show love.
There is deep meaning in every meeting between these two teams.
We dominate. We found a way to win.
Believe it.
Let's go!
Well, the Kansas City faithful here in Denver are boastful about their dominance over their division rivals, but they get 13 in a row. It's the last ride for this Broncos team, eliminated, but they say inspired to play spoiler today against the divisional champions. Patrick Mahomes, no sitting out the finale this season. He's been on a roll, and off a short week loss, plenty to play for. Tyrann Mathieu is going to get that bitter taste out of their mouth from the loss in Cincinnati. And Drew Lock, a Kansas City native, wants to be the guy, the quarterback to snap that streak. He might be the most inspired guy in the stadium today. And welcome to beautiful Colorado. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Laura Rutledge will join us from the field. A fun assignment for us, partner, on the way to calling Georgia, Alabama on Monday.
Hey, it's great. A great chance to see two teams. One team trying to chase a playoff and a high seed, and the other team trying to rebuild for next year. And you're right. Then we get to go to Monday and go to Indy and watch the national championship.
Progressive Monday night kickoff special edition here on Saturday, kicking off the doubleheader. What a wild final weekend, especially in the AFC. 5 teams in play for the 1 wild card, 4 teams in play for the top seed, including the Chiefs. But they got to take care of business here today. So when Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes ski down that beautiful Colorado, how do they come to a crossroads? The Black Diamond, if they win today, they got to hope that the Titans are upset in Houston. If they lose today, Kirk, the double Black Diamond, it gets tricky. They have to watch the games involving the Bills, the Bengals, and the Patriots. Could drop down to a 4 seed.
You always want to avoid the double Black Diamonds, and the reason that they got into this position is because of last week. And here's a Kansas City team that started 3-4, made some adjustments, made some changes, got better on both sides of the ball. They were really on fire, playing as well as anybody in the league. They go to Cincinnati, they have a nice lead, and they just couldn't quite close it on the road. Jamar Chase became electric in the second half. You can see the missed tackles. I think that's the things that probably frustrated them the most. But Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow had a big day. Cincinnati came all the way back. And so Kansas City, if they win that game, they're cruising along into Denver, win, and they're the top seed in the AFC. They lose, and now they got to win today and hope that Tennessee loses to the Houston Texans. So, yeah, they're anxious to get back out on the field.
For the Broncos, you wonder, what is there to play for? They got some bad news and good news. The bad news is they're shorthanded on defense. Laura will detail that in a minute. But they do get some key pieces back on offense. And Drew Lock trying to prove he's the guy, whether it's here or somewhere else next year. He was fired up this week.
Yeah, he is, and I don't blame him. He came in early in his career, had a chance to play. Last year, he ended up playing and starting. This year, lost his job to Teddy Bridgewater, who's now been hurt, has had to deal with concussions, and Drew Lock has stepped in. And talking to him this week, I think he has a new appreciation for the position that he's in as a starter, and I think he's anxious to prove to people he can be the guy.
These guys have professional pride that's been stung by those 12 straight losses to the Chiefs since Peyton Manning was the quarterback. The Chiefs charge out, plenty to play for. Nice, picturesque day here in Colorado. Broncos and Chiefs are coming up.
Welcome back to Mile High. Broncos safety Justin Simmons said it's no secret they prepare completely differently for Patrick Mahomes than any other quarterback that they see because of the creativity and explosive nature of this Chiefs offense. And Justin Simmons, watch out for this today. He's actually picked off Mahomes twice in his career. Simmons said he knows he needs to be even better today than usual because this Broncos secondary is depleted. They'll be without cornerbacks Patrick Surtain and Ronald Darby, also Nate Harris Hairston is on the COVID list, and then they put safety Kareem Jackson on the IR this week. But either way, Chris and Kirk, they're not making excuses. This Broncos defense says the most thing that they want to do is go out here today and make sure they spoil this seeding party for their rival.
It's a big ask for all those new faces back there. Did a pretty good job the first meeting against Mahomes. Kept him off the field and contained Kelsey and Hill. Interesting to talk to Mahomes this week, Kirk, about his personal growth this season. Really the first time he's faced sustained adversity in the NFL.
Well, and they're 3-4 after 7 games. Every year you look at Patrick Mahomes, you think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And the difference is you got to go all the way back to the Super Bowl when they went against Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay sat back with 2 high safeties, forced him to be patient. They had 29, it's a Super Bowl record, 29 times they pressured him. Look at all the coverage underneath. They had 5 guys underneath, so it's a copycat league the entire offseason. Every defensive coordinator studied that Super Bowl, so they implemented it this year. Part of that slow start, they were trying to find a new rhythm. What the new rhythm is being patient, checking the ball down, not always having those explosive plays at Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelsey. They don't always have that, and I think it was interesting to see the growth. And when you talk with the Chiefs, you talk with the coaches, you talk with the players, they have talked about they are a new team with a new confidence and a belief that if teams are going to sit back and make them be patient, they're willing to do that.
Yeah, last 4 games, 10 touchdowns, just 1 pick from Mahomes. Great complimentary football with the way that defense is playing. Look at this, Tyreek Hill going up over teammate Mecole Hardman in the pregame warm-up. They had to laugh about that afterward. We're watching the Progressive Monday Night Countdown Kickoff Special Edition.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Kansas City Chiefs take on the Denver Broncos in an AFC West showdown. It's the NFL season finale on this special edition of Monday Night Football.
And the final regular season weekend kicks off right here at Mile High Stadium. Still so many teams chasing so much, including the Kansas City Chiefs, who are in play for the top seed if they can emerge with a 13th consecutive win over their divisional rivals. 39 degrees at kickoff, cloudy, about a 70% chance of precipitation could arrive in the second half. We vote for snow, Kurt.
Oh, it's cloudy. Okay.
Good to go now, though.
Denver in January, you want a little snow, right?
39.
Set the mood.
Denver won the toss, and Vic Fangio says we will take the football and put Kansas City area native Drew Lock on the field. Talked in the open a bit about how much was at stake for him personally. Haven't had much of a chance. Lost the battle in training camp to Teddy Bridgewater, who was out because of a concussion. Lock's played okay the last couple of games, but hasn't gotten W's.
Well, last year when he was a starter for 13 games, he threw 15 interceptions, which was tied for the most in the entire league. And so his decision-making has been questioned. That's why he lost a job to Teddy Bridgewater. And now he gets a chance here, a couple starts the last few weeks, and he wants to go out against a really good opponent and try to play well and show people what he can do.
Mike Boone deep for the Broncos, just in case Harrison Butker allows a return. Every kicker enjoys kicking at 5,280 feet. And Butker drives the kick into the end zone. So if you take out the Detroit game, this Bronco offense just 4 touchdowns in the last 4. What can Drew Lock do, getting guys like Tim Patrick and Jerry Jeudy back to receiver do against this really stout Chiefs defense?
Yeah, it's a defense that also we talked about in the open is looking to rebound. And they didn't play well against Cincinnati. They had been playing very, very well in really the second half of the season. So he's going to get the Chiefs A game, their best effort. They want to create some momentum getting ready for the postseason. So this will be a good matchup to see how Drew can perform against this defense.
Melvin Gordon.